Strike actually lost both his positions from defending his line, so
Yeah.
bit of a little mistake from him.
Yeah, and ooh, Lance just getting the nose into the faster came, but you can't overtake there. Meanwhile, here we are on board with those two. Lance going sliding, and Pingu making a small mistake. Wockinger is in the pits, but Lance is on the outside of Pingu, side by side.
Nice defence.
It seems to be hard to pass around this track because if you go into right-hander, you're usually coming out of the left-hander and the other way around as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fast corners down the backstretch, and that's very hard to follow people in and very hard to pass people in, as you'll see here. Pingu just shoves Lons a little bit wide in that sweeping straight. Meanwhile, here's Shemek into the pits from second position. Let's see where he comes out. Pits for 100% tyres quickly. Doman also in the pits in the McLaren. And now Lons is going to quickly jink to the inside of Pingu. Pingu made a mistake in that final corner, and Lons has managed to pass. It seems all the passes are mainly coming from people making mistakes. Meanwhile, Shy Guy, fastest lap of the race, 32.694. Here we are on board with him. He was one of the earliest to stop for tyres, along with Kryman. He seemed to have dropped Kryman a little bit. And here is our leader, we haven't seen since the start.
That was a Williams, I'm not quite sure who it was, but that was very bad.
Williams of Kleekoy holding some people up. Kryman trying to follow Shy Guy, but can't quite get the lines right. Almost like a dirty air effect there, and there's Pingu in the pits and the Toro Rosso. His tyres wore a fair bit, nearly down to half of their grip. And comes out just in front of Strike, manages to block him in turn 1. Just about keeps that position.
Ooh, Strike should be faster because he's on more warm tyres.
Yeah, that's true. He's had time to get adapted to the tyres, but once Pingu gets adapted, his tyres will be a little bit newer. Pingu should be able to pull away if he can just block into this first lap. Shemek up front setting a fast lap. Meanwhile, here is Wockinger trying to pass Kryman. It's a great battling for every position but first at the moment. And Lons comes out the pits and he's behind Pingu and Strike, and that just proves how bad it is to stay out on old tyres. And Strike makes some mistakes and Lons manages to get past him, but he lost a lot of ground there to those two because he stayed out just a little bit longer on old tyres. Meanwhile, back on board with Wockinger, sliding through the apexes over the curb. There's a bit of sand on the inside of the curb, and Wockinger has great speed down the straight. He's going to try and look to the inside in turn 1, but Kryman will have none of it.
Wockinger seems to be quite good on that exit corner into the final straight. I've seen him get some speed out of there a couple of times.
Yeah, and that's a really crucial corner, of course, because getting the speed off that corner will give you the straight line speed all the way down to turn 3, assuming you can take turn 1 flat out. Meanwhile, here's Lons following Pingu. Lons should have a little fresher tyres perhaps than Pingu, and so he's going to try and get past him now. And he gets a good exit. Pingu comes right across the defend, forces Lons to the outside in turn 1. Fastest lap and lands, 32.147 in the HRT. Following Pingu closely through turn 3, 4 and 5. And still following closely.
Oh, he's got a good run.
Yeah, he's got a great run off that pass chicane. The Williams getting much better out of the way this time. But he just can't quite get close enough to outbrake. Really short braking zones with these cars, and he dives up the inside. Fantastic pass.
Oh, what a move.
Oh, good pass from Lance.
Pingu looking a little bit to the inside on the home straight, but can't get it done. Oh, Lance has to defend heavily. Oh, and he goes wide.
Great work there by Pingu. He really stuck in there and didn't give up. Made sure he got his pace back.
Yeah, that's one thing. You must never give up on a position until they're out of your sight. And even then, you shouldn't give up. You should keep on chasing. Meanwhile, here we are on board with Wockinger, who is trying to still chase down a Red Bull of Kryman. They've been battling for quite a few laps now as we're approaching the halfway point, lap 24. And approaching the halfway point, Mike Nike is finally coming into the pits. He had about a 12-second lead. So as he comes into the pits, surely this could be a one-stop strategy. And he stops a bit short of the pit box. And Shemek leads the Grand Prix.
Yep, he's definitely on a one-stopper with that. That was a long, long stop.
Yeah, long stop for tyres, and he would have to, unless he's really stuck in traffic and he needs to get out of traffic, he's probably got a one stop from here. It's about the halfway point. And he gets out just in front of Wockinger, so Mike falls only to the 3rd position then.
He's done well here, even on cold tyres. He's got up to speed and he's already starting to pull away slightly from Wockinger.
Yeah, well, of course, Mike did do the most practice of anyone for this race, so he's got plenty of experience going to those cold tyres, plenty of experience with race strategies in general.
I'm sure.
But no comment on that. Of course, 500 laps. Anyway, Mike is pulling away on those new tyres. Of course, Wockinger pitted at least 5 laps ago now, so here is Shy Guy in the 2nd position, and look at Wockinger catching him. In fact, Shy Guy pitted on lap 13 or so, and yep, Shy Guy has to put into the pits and give up that position, otherwise he was just going to get caught. And Kryman pits as well on the same lap again. Seems these two are mirroring each other on strategy. Mike meanwhile sets the fastest lap on these new tyres.
Mike driving pretty good so far.
Yeah, pretty unstopped at the moment. Total.
Yeah.
And he's just got Shemek ahead of him now, and Shemek is probably on a 2-stop strategy from where he pitted. Of course, it's very possible to adapt your strategies. That's one of the good things about this strategy. Always we see Wockinger run a little bit wide. One of the good things about these strategies in the F1 Speed League, you can really adapt because you don't have to pit. You never have to pit because you're not going to run out of fuel, and your tyre isn't going to blow up. So you don't ever have to pit. You can try and risk your luck and try and block them on old tyres if it's a particularly hard track. Perhaps at Monaco, for instance, you might see someone pit very early and then not pit again for the rest of the race. It's very open to gambling and adapting your strategies as you go, which is a really good feature. You're not tied down by fuel. Meanwhile, here's a battle between Lance and Pingu. Lance got up the inside and Pingu gave him plenty of space. And Lance is passed, but Lance runs wide into the sand and loses that position there. Meanwhile, here's Mike. Ooh, making a mistake. What was that?
Wow. He's maybe starting to feel a little bit of pressure because he's made another one as well.
Well, he's human, everybody. He's not a robot. Shemek, meanwhile, leading for the Red Bull team. Shemek got plenty of wins last year, including the Turkish Grand Prix, of course. And the Turkish Grand Prix won't be on the calendar this year, unfortunately. Last year, the most competitive year in F1 Speed League yet. 4 people picking up the wins: Wockinger, Doman, Kryman and Shemek for the Red Bull team, and for the McLaren team, Doman once again winning another champion. Now he's a 4-time champion, 4 in a row. Meanwhile, here we are with Shy Guy trying to make his way back up through the field after his pit stop. He's got much fresher tyres than these guys, so he should be able to get past pretty soon. This is him trying to get past Pingu now. Of course, we know how much these guys like to battle in the Telesonics.com F1 League, and they're continuing their battle over here in the F1 Speed League. Pingu shoves him to the inside, but Shy Guy's having none of it. Shy Guy gets past into turn 1.
Great.
That was crucial for Shy Guy. He needs to get clear of these guys if he wants to make his free-stop strategy work.
Definitely, it's a risky one, the free-stop strategy. It's probably actually the fastest if you had a clear track, but you don't have a clear track. You have to overtake guys, and that's why it's a risky strategy. 2 stops is about the same speed, and 1 stop is probably about 3 seconds slower on paper, but then you won't have any problems with traffic. So, and also you can drive nice safely and conservatively because you're always on old tyres, not needing to make any mistakes through the fast corners.
And here we are. Sismek is still in the lead here, but I'm pretty sure that he's being closed down right now.
Yeah, you can see Mike in the background. Here he is. Mike is trying to catch him. Shemek could, of course, stay out. He could try and pull off the win by blocking Mike for 18 laps. That would be a tough call, considering how much newer tyres Mike has. But he could try it. It's not unheard of.
This is one of the hardest circuits to overtake on, of course, so anything is possible.
Yeah, that Monaco, Singapore are quite hard, the street circuits. Of course, we're racing on Valencia instead of Catalonia this year, so that will be interesting. It's another street circuit. Takes the totals of street circuits up to 3. Here, meanwhile, is Kryman trying to make his way back up through the field, getting past Lons quite easily there with his much newer tyres. And next stop is Pingu, but Kryman, of course, on the same strategy as Shy Guy, also has to make those overtakes work, and hope Pingu and Lons don't hold him up too much. Meanwhile, Schumacher is now being hunted by Mike, and Mike can see him in the same straight, and Schumacher pulls into the pits.
He decided not to go for a blocking strategy. He could tell he was just nowhere near as quick as Mike, so it's good to hope that he can pull him up in strategy.
Pingu there slid wide, lost about 3 positions. Unlucky for Pingu. He's been driving a great race so far from the back of the grid. 14th, and now he's all the way down to 6th. He's lost all his work against Lons. Meanwhile, Doman comes out the pits in the 8th position. He's driving a pretty unassuming race for the 5-time champion.
He started off well, but he seems to have slipped back quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. And here's Lons also in the pits from the 5th position now, and Pingu will follow him through. Pingu right in the wheel tracks of Lons through the pits, and Wockinger now sets a fastest lap for the McLaren team. Lons gets out the pits just in front of Pingu in the 7th position, and there goes Strike. Strike suddenly back in the mix. Obviously Strike probably doing a very different strategy to these two. He seems to have pitted a lot earlier. That means he'll have old tyres now. You see some pitted, he's still doing a 2-stop, but pitting about 4 or 5 laps earlier than these two. And so Strike is ahead of Pingu. Let's see if Pingu can get past him. There's Wockinger meanwhile, getting past the lap car of Bolbenek.
Another fastest lap. Lons is all by himself at the moment. He's been battling quite a long time with Pingu, but after that mistake, Pingu has fallen back a little bit.
And there goes Pingu around the outside of Strike. After Strike makes a mistake in turn 1, Pingu gets past him, so that's a crucial move. And Shy Guy pulls into the pits from the 3rd position. You see he had a bit of trouble entering the pits there. Schumacher was right in his way. So Schumacher is a full pit stop ahead of Shy Guy. That's incredible. Not what you expected after Shy Guy took a pretty dominant win in the test race. You have to say though, Austin is one of his favourite tracks in the Porsche Super Cup. He won there by 18 seconds in both races, so perhaps it was just Austin. Lons sets another fastest lap, so Lons is flying at the moment. And Kryman now is surely going to have to come into the pit soon for a fresh set of boots, and yep, he comes in on this lap. See, both the Red Bull cars pit early in the pit lane. Maybe that's a little secret they found out, that it's faster to do that. Because then you'll travel on 100% tyres down the pit lane. So perhaps that's a little faster. A little secret they know.
But does that mean that they'll wear out slightly quicker?
No, because the pit lane actually doesn't give you any tyre wear. That's probably a clever strategy there. Schumacher dipping into the grass.
Be very careful with these apexes, because if you cut them a little bit too much, you get onto the gravel and it can cost you big time.
Yeah, it's really, really sticky sand on the inside to stop cutters. And also, even before that, there's some very slippery sand. Meanwhile, Shy Guy sets the fastest lap. He's following Doman now, and this is 4th position. These two aren't going to stop again, so this is 4th position. This is crucial that Doman keeps Shy Guy behind him. Shy Guy looks like he's a lot faster. Shy Guy, of course, has about 5-6 laps of fresher tyres down there. And he's right in his tyre tracks, following him into the sand. But Shy Guy can't get a move done. Doman defending well.
He's got a good run off this corner, but he just can't quite pull alongside.
Kryman, meanwhile, in the background sets the fastest lap. He's travelling pretty fast after his pit stop. And Doman's getting held up by a lap car, and Shy Guy goes around the lap car and goes around the outside.
What an incredible move.
Great opportunist move from Shy Guy around the lap car. And so Doman won't be happy. That was the Williams again from earlier, or was it the Sauber? It was the Sauber of Arson. And meanwhile, a battle here, and he's going to lose the position to Kryman as well. So Doman losing 2 positions in that one lap.
I think he's lost a bit of concentration here. He needs to refocus.
Here we are on board then. It was indeed the Sauber of Arson, and let's see what happens. He just brakes in the middle of the fast corner. Doman still has the outside, but Shy Guy uses that momentum to go around the outside just to touch on the brakes, and the stewards are going to investigate that one.